We lift up. Yeah, we did lift up. So welcome to our gratitude Facebook Live, which is kind of like a random thing, but today was.
I
Oh,
like
wait.
random acts of gratitude, random acts of kindness.
Oh, and this is
Altogether,
Rachel Silber, and this is me, Helen Gitlevich, right?
I think that's your name. So far, that's how I was introduced to you several years ago. And
Yeah.
we both happen to be Access Consciousness facilitators. You can find out about Access down below, accessconsciousness.com. And if we use some funny words that you go, what the heck do they mean there? That's the clearing statement. And it is also down below, theclearingstatement.com.
And if you don't understand it, that's fine because it's a short speak for vibrations that allow us to clear stuff. And again, the explanation down there is the clearingstatement.com website.
I have to tell you something I forgot to tell you.
Uh-huh.
I had, shared this. This live is going on our page, but I shared it on my personal profile. And this guy that I know reached out and said, it isn't about gratitude. It's about attitude, Rachel. All righty then.
Cool.
That was kind of curious.
So what if it is attitude of gratitude?
Exactly. Like gratitude is the attitude.
It is attitude. So it's about changing the attitude of kind of like attention to whatever is going on with problems and not happy, not joyful. Just asking, what
what's really interesting that we just of course, we happen to be junkies for all sorts of possibilities and questions and energies. And Helen and I were just on a call together with Dr. Dane here and Emily Russell. And this call was about allowance and about being allowance. And it was so beautiful for me to see that when he was being asked, well, how can I be more allowance? The response was, you have to choose it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to choose to be more allowance. And it's the same thing with gratitude. It is the attitude because you choose it. You choose to be more gratitude. And then there's even more gratitude. It exponentializes when you choose it.
It actually reminds me of, remember that 2 10-second increments?
Yes.
Because that's what choice is.
Yeah, I got choice here. It's with and 10, just to remind myself.
Because in that tool actually allows us to choose whatever we need to choose in the moment.
Yep.
And 10 seconds is kind of like a good measure of time. Time is not real, but still. 10 seconds is good enough to allow us to be in that gratitude. Let's play. Do you want to play with that?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's play. So, people who are like, if you're watching us now or in the future, it doesn't matter. Just think of a problem you have right now and how upset, like if you're upset with that or whatever emotions you have. And for the next 10 seconds, just keep doing whatever you normally would do, upset or have emotions or feelings about that. Yeah. Okay. 10 seconds are over. Now be grateful for it. Doesn't matter if you cannot be grateful in this moment, but just allow yourself, choose to be grateful.
Can I add something there in the choosing? I heard someone on today's call as well saying they don't know how to feel joy. And today, for example, I was in this, not manic, although, I was diagnosed as manic depressive, whatever, but it was this constant laughter, constant high, constant just giggling through the majority of the day, even in the most quote unquote inappropriate of places, like a
Mhm.
medical laboratory and stuff like that, I could not stop laughing.
Mhm.
Um, but the thing is that joy is not about necessarily giggling. Joy is peacefulness. What if that being grateful is not like, oh my God, I'm so glad I've been diagnosed with whatever. No, it's just being present with what is. And
Mhm.
then you have a different energy around it. What if the gratitude comes from a sense of stopping rejecting and just being there with what is?
I
And it's
love that.
beauty
I love that. That's
to be
exactly what it
grateful.
is. Because a lot of people say I have to be grateful is like love. Like you know how many definition of love there is, but the grateful is that higher vibration where we are in that space of being who we are and just saying, okay, thank you. No matter what it is, no matter if it's good, bad, or ugly, part of it, we all created all of it. Our points of view create our reality.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
as simple as it gets.
yeah, yeah. And so let's do that 10 seconds without them having to, oh my God, I'm so grateful for having a broken leg or pod and pock,
Yeah,
whatever.
fucking.
Yeah, pod and pock, whatever that is. But somebody out there has a broken leg. It's funny.
And fucking bad, whatever we said, if you're new to Access, never heard that, it's point of creation and point of destruction.
And
Uh,
that's that clearing
the
statement.
clearing statement. But the full clearing statement is quite long. It's right and wrong, good and bad, fucking pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You don't have to know it. You don't have to remember for that to work. And we might or might not use it during our time together. But for now, just think of whatever upsets you. And let's go into upset for 10 seconds. And I'm going to time it actually. I forgot to open my timer.
I can even use the visual.
Nah, it's good. I have this
Ah,
rolling. So in about 2 seconds, okay, be upset with whatever is going on. Just bring it up, like really, really choose upset and 2, 1, and now choose to be grateful for it.
that's much easier.
Yeah. And 2, 1, now be upset again. Yeah. We're going to do it for 2 full minutes. 2, 1, now be grateful for it.
Literally, gratitude for me is this expansive meltiness.
It
And
is not.
whenever
You
you
did
say
not
get upset, I literally,
upset. Now
ah,
be upset. Yeah.
hmm.
And by the way, you don't, okay, now be grateful. Because to be grateful is the antidote to everything pretty much.
I know, it's amazing. I like this stuff.
Be upset again. And by the way, you only have to choose
Might
upsetting.
have to throw up on you after this.
Okay, now be grateful. And by the way, if you don't feel like being upset, don't choose it.
Yeah, thank you. I was just being the guinea pig for everybody here
Okay,
now
be
and in the
upset now.
future.
Be
What?
upset now. Be upset. You're actually 5 minutes late to be upset. Now be grateful. 2, 1, be upset.
Can we stop now?
Okay, fine. We can stop now.
All right. I love the tools. I don't want to be the guinea pig for everybody, but it's very funny actually. There's a visceral in my body response to your saying get upset. Literally everything, and I am using that word specifically because my body, like my core, everything compressed and tightened, like all of my insides went into knots. And how often do we do that with things that we judge to be problems? And yet whenever we're willing, there's this softness, this relaxation, this opening that is created when we're willing Just be in
Yeah,
gratitude. Just be present.
exactly. Because uh, if you look at these, I think it's from Hopkins, the scale of vibration of emotions,
Mm-hmm.
where all the emotions are at the bottom, and they call gratitude, joy, happiness, emotions, where it's actually spaces of being.
Yeah.
And the difference is, I don't remember exactly the numbers, but maybe the anger might be like 20, and gratitude will be 700.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And yet,
this,
how much of our energy is spent, how much of our creative capacity is spent on maintaining an upset or maintaining a judgment or maintaining frustration rather than, reaching upwards towards just opening a little tiny space to being present, to being the beginnings of gratitude.
yeah, and remember like when we were playing with upset and grateful, it's how heavy the upset was. And
Tell
how,
you the thing is squeezing on my insides.
yeah,
It just exquisite.
and how light the gratitude was. Because in Access, we have a wonderful tool, light and heavy. So whatever is light is true. Whatever is heavy is a lie. So upset is always a lie, and the gratitude is always true.
I love that. That's so beautiful. It's so simple. It's so simple. We complicate life so much.
We do. And what if we don't have to?
Yeah.
What if it's about just being and being grateful? Because when we talk about upset or anger or shame or blame, a lot of it are programming. That's how we're supposed to react. And what if we step out of supposed to and choose to be grateful?
That's actually stepping into possibilities
And
by
when we get up, and by the way, I'm not saying not get upset, because we do get upset.
I'm very good at that. I'm very, very good. I can bite
And,
anybody's head off.
and
Very
we
good.
reactions, and we have reactions, and still we can be grateful for the experience, and still be grateful for ourselves, for other people who upset us, and we still can be just grateful. Not necessarily in the moment.
Yeah, it takes a few seconds though. I have to admit that my kind of quick to upset ratio is smaller and than it used to be without these tools. And I am able to let go of upset and step back into the space of me. Because, when I get upset, when I'm reacting, when I'm being triggered, when I'm allowing myself to be triggered, I'm not being me. Me
Mhm.
is more the joy and the lightness and the spaciousness and the giggles and the gratitude. Today, and I don't know if I sent you the video, but I'll send it to you because it's
Mhm.
hysterical. I was laughing so hard when driving. I couldn't even, I was tearing up. I was crying. I could barely drive. And my husband says, "Do you want me to drive?" And for a while in the video, you hear me saying, "Maybe you need to because I might hit somebody." But then I told him, "No, I'd rather drive myself because, I've got the giggle power. I've got the laughter, that lightness, the lightness. There's no upset. I don't care if somebody cuts me off in traffic. I'm driving going, you want to come in? Come on in. It's a very different way of being and flowing in the world. And the spaciousness that it gives you is the space of you and isn't buying all of this shit as so real and true. Isn't that
Exactly.
right?
I love it. I love it. And so grateful for our like Facebook lives and everything that
Me
grateful
too.
for you. And for
It's
everyone that's
playtime. It's
yeah,
playtime for Rachel and Helen.
exactly. I love playtime.
Me too. Me too. And if anybody else gets just a little bit more space in their world because we're willing to be us and be playful. And I was thinking about that today again, that being you without hiding. I'm glad our being you is much bigger than that without hiding. We're stepping into that far more. I like it.
No more hiding.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. How much energy do we have to use against us to suppress
Mhm.
us into hiding
Yep.
or into maintaining an upset of any shape or form? Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Thank you, Helen.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody who gonna see this now, gonna see it later. It just
Yeah,
so
and if you want to join me with Lale to, if you're on 31 days zone,
judgment free zone. When are
uh,
y'all going live?
yeah, we're going pretty soon, probably within the next 5, 10, 15 minutes. So just join our group because it's in the group. It's a 31-day challenge, and it's about stop judging.
Yeah. Every time they start to judge, they go, I judge it, I judge it, I judge it. You go, stop. Stop in the name of love. Before you judge too much, let it go. Whoa, whoa. Never mind. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All
See,
right.
see you tomorrow or whenever.
See you there soon. Bye.
Bye.